Whenever Lego company comes up with a new Formula 1 design, hard-working people at fake Lego manufacturers are ready to jump in and copy their designs. And that is exactly the reason why I was able to get this fake Lego Oracle Red Bull Racing F1 car from AliExpress for approximately 30 euros. At the first glance, this seems like a very large pile of parts, and in fact they claim that this set has 1639 pieces. And just by quickly looking at these small bags, I can see that there are some numbers on them, so that means when it will come to finding parts in the process of assembling this set, I think there will be no problems with that. And just by quickly looking at this manual, we can see that there isn't much on the covers and it is a little bit bent, but I mean that's no problem. Inside we have images, oh yeah, and we also have 2 sheets with the stickers. But with that being said, right now you know what I'm going to do. Of course, I will assemble this set and then I will tell you all about it and we will judge it. So, see you in a bit. Well, I am ready to race because my Formula 1 car is complete! Yes, first things first, I wanna show you that in fact, yes, this is one-to-one copy of the real Lego thing because I went through Lego instructions and compared them against what I got here from AliExpress and turns out, yes, they are the same. This is based on Lego Technic Oracle Red Bull Racing RB20 F1 car from this year, from year 2025. And with that said, let's move to analyzing what I got here in front of me. First, quick word about the manual. Well, manual is absolutely fine. I mean, some of the images were a little small, but I mean, they caused no problems when I was building. And yeah, all the one-to-one images make sense because they are accurate. And I don't have any complaints about it. So it's good. But as it is with all fake Lego sets, the main question is what is the quality that you get when you're trying to save money and buy these like cheap knockoff sets? Well, this time I must say that the block quality for this set was kinda average. It's not excellent, but it's not bad. There is definitely some inconsistency in block sizes and you feel it as you are building the set. Some blocks fit together a little more tight, some are a little bit more loose, but that being said, none of the blocks were actually falling out of their places, and I also didn't have any problem with them being too tight. So as I said, you feel the difference between the blocks, but in the end they do come together fairly good. And the fact that the plastic itself feels kinda soft, it makes the building process quite pleasant. On the building blocks themselves, I didn't have much of like plastic leftovers. Yes, there were some like tiny plastic pieces on like the small knobs you use for connecting bricks, but it wasn't terrible. Also, I didn't have any like weirdly molded blocks that would be like totally deformed. But I want to mention that some of the pieces, when I took them out of the bags, were really scratched. But luckily for me, the blocks that were really scratched actually are right now covered by the stickers. And speaking of stickers, we have plenty in this set. As you can see, the whole car is covered in stickers, and the sticker quality is actually pretty good in my opinion. What I like about them is the fact that the background color of the stickers almost matches the color of the plastic bricks, and that's always a nice thing because I really don't like when you can clearly see the outlines of the stickers, and this time they have done quite decent job matching the colors. Also, the print quality is good and all the images and texts are sharp, and the paper for the stickers was plasticky, so it was quite easy to peel off the bricks if I like made a mistake to adjust the stickers. So as I said, in my opinion, these stickers are actually pretty good. We don't have any printed blocks except the tires that do have some like Pirelli markings on them, but as you can see in this set the print is quite faint, and I think in the original Lego set the print on the tires is much brighter, but I mean you can still see it. In my opinion, quite interesting thing is that this set had few pieces that I haven't seen before. For example, these parts right here that hold the wheel in place is actually like made out of these like large plastic shapes. I don't think that I have had them in any other set before. And there were also some like smaller parts. And also worth pointing out is the fact that the engine blocks this time, like the engine blocks that go here, you can see the under parts of them, the top parts of them is a little different than the usual stuff that Lego made before, and I think that's because they have redone the shapes of those parts, and I must say that's really cool because I like seeing some innovations. However, I also must mention that I did have two parts missing from this set. Well, they were both the same shape, one being this like yellow bit I had missing from bag number 4, and the second one was this gray bit, the same shape as the yellow one, missing from bag 8. And having parts missing is always annoying. However, this time I was able to replace them because I just had some spares in my reserves. And although I had parts missing, we also get few spare bits over here. But I must say, like, this is weird one because we got this as a spare bit, and this part is used nowhere in this set. And then I also want to show that I have this bag 7.1 here in my hands because I got two of these bags included within the like bag that I received. And once again, this just shows that quality control isn't strong with these guys. And unfortunately, this bag doesn't contain the parts that were like missing in the other bags, and yeah, that's a shame, because I much rather have all the parts that I needed instead of having some extra like duplicates. And finally, let's take a closer look at the car itself, and let's start with the moving parts of this car. And first of all, of course, you can steer the front wheels by twisting the knob on the top, and by twisting this you can see that also inside here the steering wheel is turning. Kind of the same way as it was with the AMG Mercedes last year. And it's easy to compare like these F1 cars that Lego make from year to year to one another. However, it's always nice to see that they keep innovating with these cars, and this time I must say I like this one let's hope that's more than the AMG Mercedes we got last year. Another cool thing about when you like steering the wheels is the fact that these like arches, or like it's like mud protectors or whatever, like they keep like spinning with the tires, which in my opinion is a nice detail. The car has suspension for the back wheels and for the front wheels as well. Also, we can like remove this back part right here to reveal that we have some sort of like an engine inside. And with this car we also have the gearbox over here, where we can switch between like two positions, not counting like the middle one, which is kind of like neutral and does nothing. But yeah, we have two gears basically, and what they do, they just switch the speed on which the pistons operate as you spin the wheels. But I also want to point out that the brick quality this time for this set was good enough so that this system actually worked, and that's very important to know when you're like buying these fake Legos. And now I will like just spin this thing around so that you can see it from multiple angles. Yes, this is how the back look. I actually really like how they have like placed the backlights over here. I think it looks kind of cool. And this is the side view, the top view, and this is how it looks from the front. And in my opinion, yeah, the color combination, like the Red Bull colors, like classic dark blue and yellow, it looks great together, and overall this F1 car looks really good in my opinion. Oh, one thing I almost forgot that I wanted to mention is the fact that right here on this piece that you can remove to reveal the engine, you have these like two pipes, and they are not too sturdy. I mean, like, they are held in place by this one like cross beam into the hull over there, and they just feel a little bit flimsy. That's kind of like a weak point in my opinion, but luckily these parts are not too exposed, so the likelihood of them like being touched and falling off isn't too large. So right now it is time to put this car into my tier list, and yeah, I think it deserves like a B- rating. And the justification for the rating is the fact that we do have parts that are like mid to good quality, however we did have few pieces missing. And now I wanna say a huge thank you for joining me today. If you liked this video, please leave a like, drop a comment, what is your experience with fake Legos, and maybe subscribe to my channel if you wanna see more videos like this where I look at these fake Legos, non-branded bricks and all sorts of other stuff I find on the internet. Thank you for watching one more time, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye. Bye 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 bye. Goodbye goodbye goodbye. Whee, let's drive away. Oh yeah. My table is too small, I can't drive this thing anywhere because it's huge. Bye.